It's Thursday and the AI stories just keep on coming. Let's get into today's AI news. OpenArt Worlds lets you create a fully navigable 3D environment from a text prompt or image. Once it's built, you move through the scene freely, position characters, and capture production-ready shots without regenerating anything. The problem this solves is consistency. If you've used AI image tools, you know the pain. Every generation is a fresh roll of the dice. Different lighting, different angles, different everything. Worlds locks the scene in place and lets you work inside it. The race to make 3D world generation a standard creative tool is picking up. Build the world once, use it forever. That is a fundamentally different creative workflow. Stitch is an AI design tool from Google Labs that takes natural language prompts, text, voice, even rough sketches, and generates high-fidelity UI designs. And now it has a new interface and an infinite canvas. This means you can stitch screens together into interactive prototypes, manage your brand with a portable design system, and iterate by just talking to it. It's all designed to turn the creative process into a natural back-and-forth conversation, rather than a one-and-done prompt. There's also an MCP server, which means Stitch designs can flow directly into coding agents like Cursor or Claude Code. The gap between designing something and building it is getting noticeably smaller. Figma's share price dropped almost 10% on the announcement. That means a lot of people are taking it seriously. MiniMax M2.7 is a new flagship model from China. It is said to have handled 30 to 50% of its own reinforcement learning workflow during development, evaluating results, updating its own skills, and iterating without human intervention. The benchmarks are very impressive too, with near state-of-the-art scores in SWE Pro and near the top on several agentic coding tasks. MiniMax has been quietly climbing. M2.5 was already solid. Now they're shipping a model that sits alongside Sonnet 4.6 on agentic benchmarks. And if their self-improvement claims are valid, there's no reason it should stop there. Cursor have launched Composer 2, and it was trained using reinforcement learning on long horizon coding tasks, the kind that require hundreds of sequential actions to complete. The key innovation is a technique that teaches the model to summarize its own context as it works, which means it stays coherent over much longer sessions than most models manage. But this model isn't just about quality, it's also about price. Fast mode is $1.50 per million input tokens. Claude's Opus is significantly more expensive. If the benchmark results hold up in practice, that's a difficult value proposition to argue with. So Cursor is now in the model-making business. The new Google AI Studio release combines Google's anti-gravity coding agent with Firebase integration. Describe what you want, and the agent provisions Firestore databases, sets up authentication, connects external APIs, and writes the code. It also remembers your project context between sessions and finishes tasks while you're away. This is Google's second major AI tool launch this week, after Stitch. The pattern is clear. They're collapsing the distance between having an idea and shipping it. Design in Stitch, build in AI Studio. The entire creative to production pipeline.